Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and we're doing another one of our character armor guides. And today it's going to be for Guard Commander Tuma, the named Guard Commander of the Guard, I'm saying Guard a lot, of Sameen, which is a castle or personal fortress or whatever you want to call it here in the Trotsky Castle fiefdom. So we're at Sameen. That's what we're looking at right now. And I'm going to be breaking this down just like I always do for these character guides. So again, as always, I'm not trying to improve these suits. I may say little things like, oh, it would be nice if we had this piece of armor here, but I'm not changing them at all. What I'm going to show you is exactly the items that you can find on these people or in their personal storage chest while they're asleep or whatever. You know, I'll show you how to get it as well. So we'll go through all the items that make it up, including weapons and all the armor and clothing. Then we'll go through the stats, and then I'll show you how to get all the stuff. So, hope you enjoy it. Well, let's dive on in. So our first thing to look at is going to be weapons, and he is equipped with a level 2 military sword, which is a good weapon that any average blacksmith can forge. It's not bad, but at the same time, it's not surprising. It has a minimum strength of 1 and minimum agility of 5 to use, has a stab damage of 66, slash damage of 69, blood damage of 10, defense of 126, durability of 58, weight of 3.2 pounds, and a price of 66 groschen. He's also equipped with a torch, which may it be a light for you in dark places when all other lights go out. A lovely Lord of the Rings reference. So those are his weapons. Let's move on to his clothing. And his clothing is very simple. It's just 3 items. It's a level 2 white long gambeson, a quilted combat shirt made of several layers of plain linen. It provides some protection on its own, but is primarily worn as a soft underlayer under all types of armor. It has a stab defense of 9, slash defense of 28, blunt defense of 26. Then we have a level 2 white, or, well, I guess gray variant of the padded chausses. It looks a little bit whitish on here, but in person it looks gray. Anyway, simple quilted leggings, not exactly the pinnacle of tailoring skill, can be used alone or as a softening underlayer beneath better armor. This has a stab defense of 26, slash defense of 36, and blunt defense of 28. Then for his footwear, we have a level 3 brown variant of the simple shoes. Low-cut shoes come in a variety of designs. These simple, comfortable shoes are popular among all societal classes. They have a stab defense of 1, slash defense of 3, and blunt defense of 1. Taking a look at it from the outside, this is Henry from the front dressed up in this outfit. This is what it looks like from the side. And here is the rear view. So that's the clothing. Let's add on the second layer, the padding and mail. And for the second layer, it's 2 items. We have a level 2 variant of the mail coif, and you can see it's the one with the white ring of padding visible on it, which will match your gambeson. And that's a quilted hood with a collar and wide mail hood. It has a stab defense of 20, slash defense of 51, and blunt defense of 42. Then our other item is a level 2 variant of the Saxon hauberk, a long chainmail shirt with short sleeves covering only the arms of its wearer. This has a stab defense of 18, slash defense of 37, and blunt defense of 35. Our view from the outside, here we've got a front view, there's our side and a little bit to the back view, and then there's our rear view. So that's our padding and mail layer. Let's add on the armor. Alright, so there is our armor on top. So you might notice it's only 4 items, and we are missing a cuirass, because he does not have a cuirass equipped. So the first item is a level 2 variant of the Milanese gauntlets, fingered gauntlets in a typical hourglass shape. The individual fingers are protect a series of folded iron slats. We have a stab defense of 105, slash defense of 77, and blunt defense of 27. Then we have a level 2 variant of the bell-shaped kettle hat, the most common shape of kettle hat, popular among the poor squires. It consists of 2 parts joined together by iron rivets, and therefore isn't as expensive as a helmet forged from a single piece. This has a stab defense of 98, slash defense of 73, and blunt defense of 26. Then we have a level 2 variant of the half-plate legs, partial leg protection covering only the thighs and knees of its wearer, who, for some reason, decided to save on armor cost. One should think twice whether this is a good idea, though. This has a stab defense of 88, slash defense of 63, and blunt defense of 23. Then lastly, we have a level 2 variant of the couters with rondel. It says simple elbow pads with round rondels. Unless one can afford better armor, every protection counts. It is a stab defense of 20, slash defense of 27, and blunt defense of 13. Our view of the outside of our full suit of armor, or almost full, from the front. Then there's our view from the side, and finally our view from the rear. So that's the armor. Let's add the last piece. He has a piece of outerwear that he wears that brings it all together. And so the last piece, the outerwear, is a level 3 variant of the coat of arms surcoat. It's a green one bearing the Sameen coat of arms, a jacket of traditional cut designed especially for the Lord's subjects, and the army decorated with the coat of arms of the Lords of Sameen. A stab defense of 1, slash defense of 3, and blunt defense of 4. And that gives us our full outfit. So this is exactly what Guard Commander Tuma wears. So if you want to look exactly like him, this is the outfit. So that is our final layer. Let's go to the stats. And the stats for this suit of armor are as follows. So we have a total weight, including the weapons and all the armor, of 57.1 pounds. So Not that heavy, but that makes sense considering we're missing several slots, including the cuirass, which can be one of the heaviest pieces you wear. Our value for this one is a total of 2,994.3 groschen, so very cheap, definitely very affordable, and I would say accessible for a somewhat low-level man-at-arms. This is a Guard Commander, so I expected more out of this suit, really, but this is what it is, so under 3,000 groschen for the total value. Then for our armor ratings, just going down from the top, we have an average for the head of 125.3, average for the body of only 76, average for the arms of 112, and an average for the legs of 112, giving us an overall average armor rating, or AAR, of 106.3. So, not great. Like I said, it makes sense considering we do not have a cuirass. We do have the hauberk, which means that this suit of armor is not nearly as bad as it could be, because we have head protection, we have torso protection, everything has some protection. It's just not the best it could be. So, overall stats on this, definitely not impressive, but for roleplay reasons or for a challenge or whatever it may be, it's definitely a suitable suit of armor for all of that. So as far as how to get your hands on this one, like I said, we are located outside of Samin right now, so we are close to Troskowitz, or by Samin, and all you gotta do is find Guard Commander Tuma. Like all character outfits, there's multiple ways to get this one. The first one is just to find him, and then you can either sneak up and knock him out, or you could kill him if you want, and then just take it off of him. So that's the most direct approach. So he has a couple locations where you can find him at. If he's not by the front gate, and he's not up on the battlements, he's usually located somewhere inside the inner courtyard. But just in case you can't find him during the day, or you'd like to take a method that doesn't include killing or knocking him out, we can wait until night and I'll show you where he sleeps. And so to find where he sleeps, if we don't spot him out here, because I don't think either one of these are him. Nope, that's not him either. Okay, so we're going to go in through the front gate, and then we're going to be going around the courtyard. I'll just check for him at both spots. Okay, that's also not him, so he should be asleep. So we're going to go around the outer courtyard towards these stairs in the back by this building, and we're going to sneak up those stairs, because we're not technically allowed up there, into the upper floor. Then he will be found on one of these beds, usually in the back, but we'll check. So there he is right there. So you can loot some of them off of him. You could knock him out here in his bed, or you could go into this chest right here. Many times his full suit of armor can be found in this chest. Sometimes it's split. So there's this chest here. So there's his sword, there's his coat of arms, there's his gambeson, there are his shoes. So that's all of his clothing and his weapon. That means his armor will be found in this chest over here, which is very hard locked. Of course, if you steal the keys off of him or one of the other people who is up here, usually you could just open these chests up without picking. But in here we can find his kettle hat, his mail coif, his Saxon hauberk, his counters with a rondel, his Milanese gauntlets, and his half-plate legs. So between those two chests you will find all of his armor. So that is how and where you get Guard Commander Tuma's armor. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful, but that's all for today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.